Here is our region Abruzzo. As you can see, it is in the center of Italy, not far from Rome. The emblem of the Abruzzo region consists of a shield, divided into 3 oblique bands from top left to bottom right, white, green and blue respectively, separated by golden bars. The white band represents the snowy mountains, the green band the woods and the hills, and the blue band the sea. So the emblem reflects the geographical layout of the region.
The region has a range of attractions to suit all demands. Firstly, the beach resorts along the Adriatic coast. The coastline of Abruzzo is varied. The sandy shores to the north contrast with the pebble shores to the south. There are numerous winter sports resorts, which make Abruzzo one of the best regions in Italy for skiing.
From a morphological point of view, the region can be divided into 2 parts. The mountainous western stretch is made up of calcareous rock with marked karst phenomena. The eastern area consists mainly of sand and clay hills, which gradually slope eastward to the narrow Adriatic shoreline. The principal rivers are the Tronto, the Pescara, the Sangro, the Trigno and the Vomano. They drain to the Adriatic Sea and provide irrigation in their lower courses. The only natural lake of certain importance in the region is Lake Scanno. The climate in Abruzzo is influenced by the altitude and the lie of the mountains. Snowfall on the mountains is generally heavy in the winter. In the summer it is quite mild in the central part and hot in the coast.
The Abruzzo dishes are genuine, savory and rich in calories. They are prepared from very simple basic ingredients: fresh meat with the flavors of mountain pastures, scamorze, butter, sheep fat cheese, and the superb mountain pecorino, pork sausages and salami, mixed salads. A good first dish is based on the pasta massata, handmade pasta with flour and eggs, a farro, a local cereal, or a good polenta, a maize pudding. Also truffle or saffron sauces are a must if you want to add a splash of flavor to your dishes. As a second dish, you might taste roast lamb, local sausages, salami or prosciutto nostrano, local ham, and, if you want to finish with something special, a traditional torrone or ferratelle with a good gentian liquor. Among the most typical kitchen pieces is the celebrated chitarra, to cut the special macaroni. A typical handmade pasta may be the very emblem of Abruzzo cuisine.
The Perdonanza Celestiniana reenactment and celebration, which take place late in August every year, date to the 28th September 1294, where the hermit Peter da Morrone, a month after consecration as Pope Celestino V in L'Aquila's Basilica of Collemaggio, established the Aquilana Indulgentia. This papal decree granted the pardon of all sins to the truly repentant and confessed who visited the Basilica from the Vespers of the Vigil to the Vespers of the 29th August. Carried with great medieval pomp and ceremony into Collemaggio during the celebration, this papal ball, signed by Celestino, remains in L'Aquila's Commune, the town hall, for the remainder of the year. The first Thursday of May in Cocullo, a suggestive village in the province of L'Aquila, San Domenico, the patron from snake bites, is celebrated. For the festival, the States of the Saint is carried in procession, adorned with tongued serpents, harmless, and very popular in the mountains around the village. The so-called snake charmers collect the reptiles in the cold season during their hibernation. Before the procession, the Serpari show the snakes to visitors, allowing people to touch and handle them, while folk songs are sung in the tiny streets of the village. After the Mass in the late morning, the States of San Domenico is covered with snakes and the procession begins. The parade stretches through the narrow streets of Cocullo, transmitting to participants suggestive and touching images.
There is a leitmotif among the women of Abruzzo that is the ancient technique of lace pillows, the so-called art of tombolo. It's a kind of lace made by hand using a bosser. The final outcomes are incredible crochet and embroideries that are later exported in the whole world. Scano is one of the ancient villages where you can admire this technique closely. The art of tombolo here has been untouched generation after generation, and walking through the wedding alleys you can still meet women sitting outside their houses who are lacing pillows.
In our region, there are 3 national parks and a number of natural reserves. The most important national park is the Abruzzo National Park. It was founded in 1922 on lands that had been a game reserve belonging to the Italian kings, and from its early years, its aim was that of safeguarding 2 Apennine species from the extinction, the chamois of Abruzzo and the Marsican bear, so called because the area on which the park stands was inhabited in pre-Roman times by the Marsi tribe, but these species had disappeared from the area at the beginning of this century. The efforts made over the years by the park authority has had both national and international repercussions. Today it is considered a pilot park for other protected areas in Italy and Europe. In 1972, the park was awarded the European Diploma for Nature Conservation by the Council of Europe.